Hi. So far, we have learned about the 5 common mistakes which are committed by the freshers while preparing for the job interview. And what are they? The first one is copy pasting of someone else's resume. The second one is memorizing the resume, which is not yours. Third one is talking about hobbies which are not yours. The fourth one is expecting sympathy from the interviewer. And the fifth one is repeating the first 4 mistakes. And in episode 4, I gave you my suggestion what exactly you could do in order to overcome the first 2 problems, that is copy pasting of resume and memorizing the resume. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about the other 3 mistakes, third, fourth, and fifth. And I will give you my suggestion what exactly you could do while preparing for the job interview and not repeat these mistakes. Hello, my name is Tapash and my channel name is EduQuestor. So let's get started with today's episode. So the third mistake which most freshers repeat is talking about hobbies which are not yours. This happens mostly when you do not have your own resume, you have copy pasted someone else's resume, and then someone may have given you bad suggestions that you have to have hobbies even though you do not have any hobbies. So that is the mistake which many freshers commit. It is absolutely okay if you do not have any hobbies, but do not just go ahead and say that I love reading books, I love riding bike, I love playing cricket. If you do not have any hobbies, it's absolutely fine. The interviewer wants the original copy of yours. The interviewer does not want the duplicate copy of yours. The interviewer wants to see whether you are honest or not. And that's how the interviewer is going to select you basis your potential, basis what you do. So it is absolutely fine if you go back and say that, hey, you know what, I do not have any hobbies. So maybe I like sleeping and taking rest and giving rest to my body. So that's absolutely fine. If you copy paste someone else's resume and say that maybe I love reading books, the next question would be what kind of books you read. And there you go, and you are going to get stuck in the next question. So avoid telling something which is not yours and do not lie to the interviewer. And if you have some hobbies, then actually write it down, prepare about those hobbies. Prepare at least, I would say, 10 to 20 points about those hobbies. And if at all an interviewer is asking, then you are ready to talk about them. The fourth one in the list is expecting sympathy. So I would not say this is the most common, but at least I would say 30 to 40% out of 100 actually expecting sympathy from the interviewer. When this happens, it could be their situation at home, the financial situation I'm talking about is bad. So they start harping on that and they start talking about the financial situation. They start harping on that and they start talking about the financial situation which they are facing at home. However, please try and understand the interviewer is actually not interested what kind of financial situation you have at your home. The interviewer is looking for skills which is going to match the job requirement. At the same time, the interviewer will be absolutely fine even if you do not have the 100% skill set. Maybe you are somewhere around 70% of the requirement and you meet the 70% of the requirement. The interviewer would be fine as long as you are someone who is willing to learn and who is willing to scale up. And that is the confidence you need to give to the interviewer. So do not expect sympathy from the interviewer. Instead, try to talk about yourself, try to talk about your skill set. And yes, you can definitely say that job is very important for you because of the financial conditions what you have back at home, but do not just keep hammering on the same point. So that is absolute no. Now, the fifth one is repeating the first 4 mistakes. I have seen again many freshers, as I have been interviewing continuously in my current company, and I have done that in the past in my previous companies. I've seen that some of the faces, they get repeated after 6 months, after 7 months, and they are committing the same mistakes. In fact, I have given suggestions to many people offline, and those who took my suggestions, they have succeeded. But there are many who did not take my suggestions properly, and they have struggled. They have struggled for a long time to find their career break. So as a fresher, you have to understand that you are low on confidence. You do not have the industry knowledge. You do not have the experience. What you have is about yourself. And you have to improve on your skill set, you have to avoid making those mistakes on a day-to-day basis. So it's absolutely fine if you go for an interview and you fail. It's not like you did not prepare for the interview. You prepared and then you failed. So when you fail, come back home, sit down and understand what exactly you have done wrong and try to seek feedback from the interviewer. Hey, can you give me some feedback? where exactly I have done bad, so that I can improve upon them and do well in the next interview. Most of the interviewer will come back and give the feedback. If the interviewer is not giving the feedback, go back to the HR who actually called you for the recruitment. So they would give you the feedback. So understand those feedback and try to improve on them. So if you improve on them, I'm very sure you would do well in the next interview. This is it for this episode. If you need any sort of help, then please give your comments and write down what exactly you need from me. And I would be happy to give you that help. Maybe we can get on a call or some other way I can get you the help. Give your suggestions and feedback and share my videos with your friends and families, whoever need this help. And this is absolutely free. I'm not charging anything. I'm happy to share my experience with everyone. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.